evening, everyone. I'm glad to be here this evening. But most of all, when I'm telling a story, I want attention. Please control the kids and they could listen. Because my old uncle, can't you? Because my old uncle used to say, when old people, elders speak, listen careful. One little word you hear will click in your ear and mind, and you'll live with that forever. You will never forget. So you little guys might pick up something this evening that you'll always remember. You're going to say, there's an old guy standing here. Who's his name again? He told us the story here. Well, I'm Joe Pierre from Penticton Band, and my Indian name's in Pankitsa. In Pankitsa, I'm so proud of that. It's given to me by my old grandpa. And Pankitsa is a eagle's nest right on the bluff for its dome. Not straight bluff, it's a dome, and there's a kitsa in there. And in Panik is the bluff. So my name's in Pankitsa. I'm in the eagle's nest. I feel comfortable every time. Nothing can get me from the bottom of the land. Nothing can reach me from the top. Even storm, rain, I'm dry. I'm happy. Tonight, I guess I'll tell you a story about one item, the so-called Sasquatch, and the fishermen. And this is many, many years ago. In our communities, we have 7 bands here in Okanagan. There's 2 people that are protectors of the fish for survival. There are 2 people look after the land, the caretakers for survival. One of the fish person comes right from here, from West Bank. He's an old man. All I know is he can't speak English, but he was chosen by the chiefs that look after the fish in this valley. We have a place we call Deep Creek Spa. That's what it's called. Fall time, October, into September and October, you see kokanee come up to the stream. I didn't see that point when my old uncle said, there's so much fish, they used to challenge one another, take their shoes off, and run right across the creek without touching the ground. Just imagine how much fish that is, how thick it is. So when they fell, they have their hands and full of slime that's fish. Probably they get a fish in the mouth too. And today, that's all gone. It's history. It's sad for me to go over Deep Creek when it's school time in September. But I like being called by girls. Can you come down with the children, speak to them about the fish? And I said, oh gosh, I'll do it for Grouse. I'll do anything for him because he's a teacher, and I'll do anything for any teacher. give my little knowledge to what there's left in our land. Everything is diminishing. Because now I go to Deep Creek. That's all I see is just the soul. Those fish are not fit to eat. And I look at them, they're not kicking you. They're not kicking you, absolutely not. I don't know what turned there for the breed to come out like that. And they're not sockeyes either. It's a sad thing. We look at them coming up, maybe 10 here, 3 over here, 2 over here, couple up the creek. No more of that sloth of fish. It's all gone. Them days you have a feast when that was happening. In Deep Creek, you see Indian camps. On the south end is the people from the south. Smilkmean, Oliver, Penticton, all come. And from the north side, we have West Bank, Vernon, and all that. Enderby, people from Enderby, people from Chase come down and fish. And they have a good time. After fishing, they play bone games, they touch horseshoes, they do racing, challenge one another. They have a lot of fun. When fishing's over, the worst thing you could say is goodbye. See you next year. Now it's one night, the fishermen. Every fall, this man from here, his name is Alec. He used to go to Deep Creek on horseback, and you look at the fish. There's just a dozen here and there, and he'll go home. In the meantime, he's already camps. Like I mentioned, from the south and north, people got tents, everything. Next week, he'll come and he'll look at the fish. Oh, plenty fish this time. And people are ready to fish. They say, no, it's not time yet, because he has a job to do. He always walks up the stream that's why it's called Deep Creek. That means there's a ways up the creek, there's a dam, a bluff, waterfalls. This old man will have to climb that steep hill. He'll go right up to a tree leaning like this, yellow pine, and he'll look. Oh, gee, nobody there. What am I going to tell my people? Then he'll slide down. He has a hard time reaching the bottom. Get on his horse and come down, meet the people, and he'll say, no, fishing is not ready. And they'll say, well, look at it. Look at the fish, millions of them. That's okay, it's not ready. He's something like a fish warden. So here he comes, couple of days, he'll go climb up there, look, oh gee, nothing. So he slide down again, continue, go downstream, and the people are wishing for a good word, time to fish. The old man said, I'm sorry, no. I told him, all these fish going to spoil yet. He said, no fishing. One day he'll go up, climb up that steep hill on a leaning pine tree. Here's one night I'm leaning there. Oh, he sees that, he slides down, I don't know why, but he's got to get 12 fish on a stick. He'll capture them, put them in, and he'll climb up there. And that's our people. Years ago, they have connection with the creation. You have connection with every animal, everything. Therefore, he goes right up and he hands him the fish. And one item would nod to him. So one item, this guy get up and he'll walk away. Oh boy, that old fellow's happy. He'll slide down, right down to the people. It's time to fish. Oh, everybody would swarm the creek. Fish for days and days. And he's the fishman. At the only time, so a nighting is the one that say when you can fish. The day you tell that to the society, they don't even believe it. How come Swan Nighting is doing agreeing, saying yes or no? But that's our culture, as Indian people. And that's the life we have to remain with. And at the same time, during the teenage puberty, you're a teenager, you're going to become a man, a woman. Above Deep Creek, there's a place for young people, especially young men, 13 years old or 16 years old. They are taken up there by old people and they fast. They sit in around like this round thing, rocks. Now sit there until you prove yourself that you know why you're there. And those days, they strip naked, sit there. You'll be called. You'll hear your name. And they're up there, so hot in daytime, and it's cold at night. Very, very cold. Whether it's rain, sunshine, you stay up there. Do you have food? No. Do you have water? No. You have nothing. Same thing, and old people would come and they'd watch them daybreak. Just before sunrise, here they come lined out, running down. They have to swim at Okanagan Lake. And the old people would watch them. They said, no, they're not ready. And they sent them up. They don't know when, all of a sudden, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning or something, old people get up there, go down the lake. They go down the lake, there's canoes there. Get on them canoes, get on them canoes, fill them all up, and they row right across to what they call Ogopogo home. Right across. It's so cold when the wind's blowing, water would be splashing them. They're half frozen, some of them were crying. They want food, they want water, they want warmth. They want arms around them, keep them warm. But that is not allowed. Once you're out there, you're on your own. You're on your own. So they're taken into, I might as well say it, They take him into a tunnel across the lake. And there's a question period in there. They take him into a tunnel, and the old chief would say, "Be quiet. When you paddle, be very careful. Don't hit the canoe. We'll all upset." And they have lights. They light the pitch. They could see the ceiling with drawings like that. Just beautiful. Like some of you must see pictures, movies about India, how their temples are. It's just awesome. You wonder how they did that. That's exactly what this tunnel is. They admired. You kids see that? Yeah, okay, that's enough. We'll go out of here. The deeper you go in the tunnel, you feel that breeze. So don't go in there, just turn around and get out. They're taken across the peachland, and there's a question period. They set them around just like this. Okay, you tell me how they painted that. And naturally, they don't know because it's so high. High as these statues here. How could they reach it? Do you know? They say no. Okay, go back in the mountain. You, tell me how did they do it? Oh, they had a long pole and they start marking. No, go back in the mountain. You, how did they do? Oh, they were tall men painted it. No, go back in the mountain. Pretty quick, they all failed. It's a classroom. They all fail. Back in the mountain. Some saying, we're hungry, we want to eat, we want to drink water. No, you're not allowed. So it carries on and on. And my old uncle, I'm not bragging about him, but he's the one that could hardly speak English. He was asleep and he kind of dreamt about it. Oh, I know now. Next day, same thing. They come back and they had a question. Come to my uncle, he said, winter time, we get a lot of snow, right? The old man said, right? Well, when the snow melts, a lot of snow melt everywhere, the lake rises. And this old man smiled, and that's right. He said, when it rises, pretty quick the ceiling is right here. So I imagine even if the water is so high, they kneel, they lay back and they draw it, it's right here. And they just know when to be in there and when to get out, because sometimes it touches the ceiling, too much water. And my old uncle, he passed his grade. So he said, now you can go home. That was right. Because every time they questioned him, they were all, you can't hear what others are saying. They take you alone. And he said, I passed, I went home, and I kept dreaming about the high water, how it comes up. So you can go in there in the raft and start drawing, painting. And July, August, the water has dropped so much you can't reach it. So that's pretty smart. That makes sense. And another story I want to say, my brother-in-law's here now, Syilx. Wait. Yeah. You people know McIntyre Bluff? McIntyre Bluff, if you look carefully, I got a drawing on the paper. I should have brought it over, pass it out. There's a higher part of the bluff, there's a horse on there. And a rider, a young kid riding, and in front of a horse and rider is a dog. I drew that one day, exactly how it looks. I'm not a good artist, but I tried my best. That's a good story there. People, have any of you seen that show, Dances with the Wolves? I imagine all of you did. Well, you must remember that fellow, what is his name, in the cabin, and all of a sudden the log cabin was shaken, bottles dropped. When he went out, here's the buffalo stampeding, nothing but dust. Well, that's what happened in Penticton. Well, not Penticton, but McIntyre Bluff. Halken Syilx Okanagan malacha. Yeah. There's an old fellow with a cabin by the river. All of a sudden he woke up with just a rumble like thunder. Just rumbling, same thing. He's got little things on the window shelf. They were hitting one another. He ran out there like, must be earthquake, so he ran out. Here's the buffalo coming past him. And this is hard to believe. An old buffalo bull, very old bull, was the last one hop along. He stopped, he told this old fella, you know, we're moving out of here. We're moving from your beautiful valley because you're going to have visitors that's coming, going to invade your valleys. There will be nothing to eat for you and me. There'll be starvation. But in order for you to live, we have to leave you, my brother. Sorry, brother, I have to leave you. We're going to go where the sun rises, big flat countries. We'll be comfortable there for a while, and what happens to us will happen. In the meantime, we give you your area so you can survive. The old man said, okay. And the buffalo, the rest are gone. Here he is, hop along. Gonna go catch up. 2 nights he kept dreaming about that buffalo bull. And he's got a teenage 13-year-old boy. He told his boy, no, I couldn't sleep. It bothers me. I want you to get on this horse, take your dog along and go head them buffaloes off. Turn them around so they can herd them back. I feel lonely that they're gone. There's nothing now here. The boy said, gee, Papa, too far. They're gone 3 days ago. It don't matter. You can bring them back. So he gets on his little pony and followed. He did caught up right by Sparrow. Oh no, he caught up way back east somewhere. And they tried to turn him, and the old bull was amongst them. He said, since you followed us, you must liked us, you're coming with us. You're not going to see your papa no more. You're not going to see your parents no more. We're abducting you. I think that's what they call abduction. So that's what happened. But 3 days the old man waited and waited and waited. My grandson hasn't returned. And in his dream, the buffalo showed up in the sky. He told him, your grandson is fine. We're feeding him. He's catching on about our food. He's a little thin, but he's alive. He's fine. We're keeping him. He said until one day, he pointed up in the clouds. There's a spot, a cloud like this light. All of a sudden it formed into a white buffalo. White buffalo, nodding his head, looking, and the old buffalo told the chief, whenever you see that, the time is near for the Mother Earth. And don't forget, you people, about 11 years ago or so, there was a white buffalo calf born back east in Manitoba. So that's a sign. He said, you'll see a little white buffalo. And the time is near for each and every one of us. So if it's 50 years from now, that's very near, because this world is over 5,000 years old, million, I mean. So we proved the Spaniards were saying that they're the first ones that brought horses. Oh, okay. Somebody get me some more something. The Spaniards were saying they're the ones that brought the horses. But we proved them wrong. I took them over there and I showed them. They pretend they couldn't see. Where is it? Where is it? I'm right there. See that ridges and stuff? They look and yeah, I said, right below, you see the horse? Oh no, that's not a horse. That's a moose or something. That's on, look at the rider on there. Look at the little dog in front. We proved them wrong. We were right that the horses didn't come from no Spaniard or Europe. We had horses here the time this earth was made. We had horses. We had all the animals. Some of them are extinct now. But don't let the people fool you by they brought the horses. That's why we have horses. I'm running out of wind. Oh, wait till my child comes.
That's enough for Joey for a little while.